Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 28 of the Lost Ascendants League here on Ruthless. The Eye of Winter Minor is honestly kind of a dream. There's definitely like a few problems I have with the character, but they are very minor, nothing really serious. Mapping on this character is beautiful, I'll talk more about that later. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to feel against like pinnacle bosses and stuff, but I am pretty hopeful. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you near the end. Starting off, I found a pretty solid cold wand, and by my standards, it's actually kind of amazing. If it would have been crit multi, it would have been insane. But, I mean, overall, it's still a very good wand. At some point, I would like to try dual wielding, but I don't know if I will. I got a pretty nice ring here. I almost kept it, but it was kind of like trash, to be honest with you. I really thought about keeping it, but I kind of doubt it. So with this character, it's kind of been like the perfect blend of mapping and single target damage. Like every time I jump on and I just like do some maps or I go do an Alpha Temple or whatever, it just feels so comfortable. I don't really have to pay attention that much. I can just like kill everything. Things get frozen. Even though I only have 10k evasion, like I feel like I almost never get hit. I can't even imagine what it would feel like if you had like 20k plus. Feels really nice, really relaxing to play. Going for a prismatic ring here, and it was terrible. We've been pretty unlucky with our rings this season, but at least we got one really good one, so I can't complain. It feels really good doing tier 16s on the Eye of Winter character, because honestly, a lot of my characters don't do a great job against hex-proof enemies, and this character just does not care. I completed my first rare Conqueror. It was an absolute breeze. Even though poison is like the most terrifying thing in the world for this character, never came close to dying, killed the boss really quickly. Pretty happy about that. We are respected to Delirium, and so far, killing the Delirium bosses has been pretty easy. I've had no issues with it. We are still hoping to get a Mind Cluster Jewel, and as you can see here, these are some pretty rippy scenarios, and honestly, it takes a lot for me to die. The number one way I die outside of like a really crazy dot, because I suck against dots, right here as you see, I got stunned once, and then I just got stuck, surrounded by enemies, and then I died. I got an insane ring here. Tier 1 life, Tier 1 life recoup. I don't know what the hell I'll ever use that for, but I'm definitely putting that in the stash. Finally got myself a red Kirak mission so I can use this singular scouting report. First, I used the normal one because you never know, maybe you'll just get lucky. And hopefully we don't get screwed over. Alright, we got screwed over. Not a single unique map we need. On the bright side, though, Kirak did have a unique strongbox, which is always fun. Unfortunately, it was a barrel, and we got a really shitty dagger. But, you know, whenever you get a barrel now, it's like, or for me anyway, because I have, what's it called? Viper Strike of the Mamba to possibly use. There's a chance I could get a dagger that will let me play that character. It's very unlikely, but it's definitely possible. Alva has been on top of everything this league. She's given me a ton of uniques to vendor for Alex, ton of uniques that I even need. If you remember, we actually got our Bitter Dream from Alva. A great way to get experience. And finally, after like, what, 10 characters, we got our first Divine Orb. I have absolutely nothing to use it on, but just having a Divine in your stash just feels so good. The only thing we're really looking for when it comes to gems now is just auras. I don't really need any support gems, if I'm being honest with you. I'm sure there's like one or two that I don't have, but for the most part I have them all, so we're just hoping to get stuff like, you know, Zealotry, Determination, Hatred, Herald of Ice. I finally ran into something this character can't do. I actually failed my Drox fight. Every other fight I've done has been really easy. I've had no issues with it at all. But man, that Drox fight is so brutal. I just can't kill the flags fast enough before he spawns four more. And then, like, I just get tilted. I got so close to killing him. So very close, but we did end up failing. Funny enough, I got random essence thanks to the overloaded circuits. And it made the best cold ring I could possibly hope for. So it's kind of funny, even when I'm not spec'd into Essence, Essence still gives me insane gear, which is pretty funny. I decided to do something stupid because I got impatient. I tried wasting a bunch of money crafting something, and it failed. Also, we changed our anoint because I want damage. You know, I kind of go through, like, the exact same cycle. Sorry, this is really loud. The exact same cycle with every mining character I play. I always, like, feel really amazing on the character, and then I just, like, you know, jump to high tier red maps, and then, like, I start to see some of the cracks and the problems with the character. the main two issues I have right now, number one, I have like horrible regen. I took the Mind Mastery just to like have some. I was at literally 0, now we have 83, which granted, 83 is not very good, but like the biggest problem I always have with miners outside of like the quality of life stuff is once you run out of flask, you just kind of die. It's kind of awkward. So I don't know how I'm gonna solve that. Maybe I just need to like just keep forcing damage because I kind of feel like every time I look back at like some of my favorite mining characters, I pretty much always come to the conclusion that shields just aren't really worth it unless you have one that's insane. And I should just dual wield and do as much damage as possible at all times. So I'm gonna mess with that for a while and see how that feels. I don't have an amazing wand, and there's a tiny part of me that wonders if I should invest in getting strength and try using like singularity or something. But I'm not really sure. We're gonna see what happens. But I'm not giving up on this character or anything like that. We are almost level 85. I do have some pretty funny. I have a pretty interesting berserker I would like to roll at some point, but I want to focus on this guy for a while. The Drox really killed my momentum, it killed my morale. I was feeling pretty bad. Luckily, we have a really nice Alpha Temple here. Corruption Tempest, you never know, you might get lucky. We got 2 5 links, which I would not call that lucky, but they are 6 socket, which is pretty cool. I'd much prefer a 6 link, but whatever. Okay, we got 3 5 links. I've been trying to convince people that the demolition room in the Alva Temple is amazing for so long. It always drops a bunch of currency, and now it dropped me an Enlighten. I'm pretty sure that's not the first time that has happened. Like, I gotta tell you, every time I see the demolition room in the Alva Temple, I always go for it. Even if you don't get anything crazy, out of all the like 20 or 30 red barrels, which I'm convinced the red barrels are better than the other barrels, like I almost always get like a couple decent currencies, sometimes a gem or two. It's just very consistent. I like that room a lot. We hit level 85. I forgot to do the slash plate. Sorry about that. 15 hours, 24 minutes. First gem up is red, and honestly, they were all pretty unexciting. There's no chance I'm ever doing a minion character. It's probably unlikely I'll play Consecrated Path of Endurance, but I took it anyway, because you never know. Anyway, for our green gem, please give me something cool, I guess? Hell no, we're not playing that. Already have that. Alright, guess we're taking Shattering Steel of Ammunition. I can almost guarantee I will never play this, but you never know. It might be kind of like some fun jank. I I don't know. I was gonna say Blade Trap or Laceration maybe, but I really don't want to do that. I already have a minor character. I don't want to do another character like this. Ew. These are all terrible. All right, Frostbomb it is. I mean, I could see a crazy world where I try to make this work, but I don't know. I was gonna say I really doubt it, but it's possible. You never know. There have been so many times where I'm like, I'll definitely never play this skill, and then I end up playing it. So anyway, I was feeling really bad about the Drox fight, but after doing that map that you just saw, which was monsters had LE res, spell suppression, and it was enfeeble, and I still killed it really fast. Like, I really just think Drox is just the worst fight possible for this character right now, so maybe I don't need to sweat it too much. I would like to try to fight Cyrus on this character. I don't know when I would do that. Of course, the unique map I have. But I do have a fight. We're actually pretty close to having like enough fragments for 2 Cyrus fights. I would kind of like to wait. Hey, another Veritania. I would kind of like to wait until I hit like level 88 or something. I got a really nice channeling cluster jewel there. Obviously, they're not the ideal nodes. Like endurance charges and block chance aren't like the perfect ones. But I mean, like, there's a small chance I play a channel skill character this league, so I am definitely keeping it. So far, Delirium hasn't given me any of the clusters that I want, and I wasted a ton of my currency trying to craft that physical large cluster you saw a little while ago, which was kind of dumb, but I had to try. Anyway, I had a bunch of Strongbox Scarabs saved up, so I decided to use them, and I got double Val Grace. I don't even know what to say about that, but yeah, we put Val Grace on this character because why wouldn't I? We got a second gem cutter box, which wasn't very good, but I'm not complaining. It's all good. We have been leveling up very quickly. I've done a little bit of delve, but not too much. I mostly just want to stay in maps. We hit level 86. Like I was saying, I'm probably going to push for 88 before I fight Cyrus. This was an enfeeble, reduced crit Veritania map, and honestly, the fight was a joke. She also dropped a 5 link. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but I mean, I'm not going to keep it because the body armor was trash. But I mean, like, Veritania dropping a 5 link is just kind of funny to me. I don't know. Anyway, we ended up getting the absolute best strongbox scarab, so I'm going to save that for a while. And decided to craft some stuff with bestiary because I haven't done it in a long time. Made kind of a funny amulet. I don't know if I'd ever use it. But, you know, we actually had a venomous fight, which I wasn't aware of until I just went and checked on my Einar. And we got the boots. And Herald of the Spider. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I don't know. We got the Herald. Oh my god, that's a map. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am level 86, 12% of the way to 87. I love this character. It's such a weird, like, I have so many weird problems. Like, look at this body armor. This is obviously a god tier body armor for Ruthless. Unfortunately, I can never exalt it because if I hit, like, flat life or life regen, it just bricks the body armor. But it's so good. I wish it just had one more, like, res node, but it is what it is. The helmet, obviously disgusting. I will never find anything better than this all league. And I probably won't find anything better than this for a very, very long time in Ruthless in general. But other than that, my weapons are, you know, solid, but they're not, like, fantastic. Like, obviously, like, if honestly, it's kind of funny. My weapons are kind of like god tier for the Glacial Cascade character. Like, it has everything you want for Glacial Cascade. Cast speed, flat damage, spell damage, crit. Like, it's so much. Unfortunately, cast speed does literally nothing for me, but they're still cool to see. I'm having a great time with this build. I don't know if I'm going to go, like, bother trying to get 20% quality. I don't really think it's doing that much. But we're almost level 20. I think once we hit level 20, I'm probably going to go try to fight Cyrus. I don't know if this character... Oh, I actually do have 2 Cyrus fights. Yeah, I don't know if this character could do it, but I mean, I have 2 of them. I might as well try. I'm probably going to spec Harvest at some point because I just cannot get a Chimera to drop to save my life. And I would like to try to fight Uber Elder here pretty soon. But I mean, obviously that's up to RNG. I have so many support gems, finally. This is when like any Ruthless League, not even just this one, but any Ruthless League, this is when I start to feel like really comfortable, like I can do anything I want. I have all these gems, I can just play the game. I have tons and tons and tons of leveling uniques, so I don't feel bad about rerolling stuff. The boots are pretty funny. I can't imagine a character where I'd ever use this on, but I would like to use the aspect of the spider one day, so I might try and force it on something. Anyway, other than that, my maps are looking great. I still have a Drox in here. I still feel really bad about feeling that Drox on this character. Let's be honest with you, like, I think Drox is just pretty brutal for this build. Maybe if I get more damage, it won't be so bad. But so far, everything else has, like, been pretty easy. I deleted my stack of Chaos, deleted my stack of Alchemies. I still have 9, but I deleted quite a bit of them. I had yeah, I had a pretty crazy dream for a really, like, trash berserker build. Unfortunately, after all that currency, I didn't hit a single keystone. I'll probably mess with it again at some point, but I'm going to save that for later. I'd like to save money for if I ever get a minor jewel. I also have this. I have a pretty big dream for a channeling character. I'm pretty sure it's going to be hot garbage, but, like, I don't know, man. Like, at this point, it's like I have these cluster jewels. I kind of just want to try and use them and stuff like that. Like, I want to re-roll and play some weird stuff. I don't know. Got a lot of stuff just chilling in here, nothing I can really use. There's also, what is this? Oh yeah, this was going to be the body armor I switched to for my other character. But yeah, I might switch back into Essence at some point, try to craft some jewelry, because we are struggling with jewelry. Like, all of my rings have just, like, either life and no res, or tons of res and no life. Obviously, I have a couple of decent pieces here somewhere, but for the most part, they're pretty bad. But anyway, my plan on this character, just keep pushing levels, try to hit level 20 on this, try to push for 88. We're still hoping we can get another Mind Jewel to craft, try to get to Keystones on it. That might never happen, but you never know. But other than that, love this character. It's a great time. I have high hopes for it. Hopefully we can do some pinnacle fights, but I have no idea. Tomorrow will be the video of the VOD from Saturday's stream, and then we will be back to our normal videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.